Everybody's got a 9 to 5. Everybody has a dream that they want to build cars. And, you know, anybody here had to have been an enthusiast, you know, and putting a team together of what we call scumbags, but, you know, enthusiasts. You know, anybody who was around it growing up and it was their hobby on the side, or it was something that I wanted to have happen in a natural way. When I told the guys my idea, they were like, yeah, let's fucking do it, you know, but you want to do it in 48 hours? And I was like, why not challenge ourselves? So it was the car, the motor, the challenge, the 48, you know, the dream team of straight scumbags, and it was an incredible idea. And for it to come to fruition and actually happen was a whole nother ball game of time. So, as the idea unfolded about a month and a half ago, I had it prepped out enough in my head, and then going over who's doing what, when they're doing it.
He ended up telling us that we're gonna be putting the blower motor in here. And then he told us that it's gonna be in 48 hours, and it's gonna be on a live stream. And I was all about it. I was all for it, you know, like, we've had a lot of people who love it, and then there's some people that hate it. Like, the car community now, there's, you know, a lot of people who join the car community for the clout and everything, but realistically, it's about expressing your creativity, you know, what you can do with the car that you have.
Today's the 48-hour beginning. We are getting everything organized. We're trying to get car in place, tools in place, batteries charged, motor ready to go, electrical side, radium, fuel pump, the subframe systems for the motor to touch the subframe, blower setup, upper ugly hat. We have our radiator, we have our tram, we have all of our suspension stuff, we have our braking components, we have our oils and Valvoline, and it's just time to get stressful. This is meat and potatoes right here, man. So, you know, I'm pretty excited. I hope the guys are. I hope we put a good enough crew together, which I'm pretty sure we did. And let's see what happens. It'll be pretty epic.
Honestly, I think this is gonna go pretty quick and pretty smoothly. We've been doing a little looking around, like we have the car up in the air, and it's fairly similar to my car, the S chassis. So I think it'll pretty much be take it all out and put it right back in. Honestly, I think it'll be back in the car by tomorrow, maybe. I think so. I think it's gonna go pretty quick.
Anytime we get to demonize a classic, beautiful Japanese car with some American goodness, why not? It's gonna be fun.
Scumbag shit.
Uh-huh, yes, definitely scumbag shit.
Bob and I met at a gas station. He was in.
We met in the chat room on AOL.
Oh, with dial-up. I went over to the racetrack and I happened to see this guy get out of a blue Camaro, and I'm sitting there pumping gas, and I see a shirt that says Holley Hi, and I'm like, man, Mr. Clean's an old motherfucker to have a Holley Hi shirt on. So I walk inside, and he's in front of me in line, and I just poke him on the shoulder, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, no. I said, you know how to work on Holley Hi? He's like, yeah. I said, you do LS swaps? He's like, yeah. And I was like, you want a job? And he's like, he looked at me in his face like, who the fuck are you? And then ended up showing up to the shop, liked what he saw, we worked out a deal, and he's our resident dinosaur. Worked out pretty good. He's very, very knowledgeable from 30s all the way up to, you know, to now, you know. He's incredible with carburetors, he knows jetting, he knows any of the old school shit that we were lacking. You know, that's one of the biggest things that a lot of the guys, purists-wise, want, is to keep carbureted motors and keep it going. But, you know, one of the biggest reasons why he's here is to also teach. So it's been really good for us, it's been really good for Kay. And, you know, he learned something new from us, and we learned something new from him every day. So it's really what it's about. But Bob's the man. Bob done, baby. Bob done. First thing, immediate, disconnect the battery. Bumper off, side skirts off, hood off, fender off, already marked. So at least we know where they're going back on. Doors off,
Right.
Seats out, then we can get it up on the lift.
Right.
Once it's on the lift, somebody can jump in the car, start taking apart the center console, getting all that shit out of there. Sean can lay out the wiring, hanging out, and then from there, split everything. Get all the link that we need for all of that. Then from there, back seat out, we can do in the car, because we can just chuck them out. But the front seats are gonna be a little bit difficult to get out. Upper deck's gotta come out, trunk lid's gotta come off. Once the trunk lid's off, then Cal can jump in there and be up in the air with the ladder in case he's gotta get in and out. Well, we just started, and it's time to thrash out and get this thing disassembled so we can start getting the drivetrain out of it, rear end out of it, drive shaft out of it, wheels off, gotta go to powder coat, so.
I feel that a lot in the car community and car culture, people only really care if they benefit from it or what they can get out of something, right? So it's like, you know, a lot of people came together. It wasn't about, you know, is there money to be made? It was just like, we're doing something cool collectively, let's do this. And it just, it restores faith kind of into me that people care, and they, you know, it's not just about money, and it's not just about, you know, the fame or whatever else. It's just like, there's a bunch of dudes here just trying to do something cool together and just be like, you know? So that, I love it.
I'm an old school American muscle car guy, hot rods, classics. I was amazed at how these cars are built. They're very simple to work on. I mean, everything went along smooth. They were built right, in my mind. And for me to say that about a foreign car is crazy. But I really do like the platform. I can't wait to screw up another Skyline. Bring one over. We got some stuff for you.
See, you know why I love Phoenix? Because he actually uses the green ones for the coolant.
That was not by choice. I had no fucking idea.
First available.
All right. Well, thank you. That is like one of my biggest pet peeves is when I come up and I see oil in it and I'm like, bro, what the? We have the backup diff as well, so that's done. And then we need to get on fuel. Cal, I got you all set up in the back and done. The plate's off. You want me to disconnect the fuel lines? You got that done? That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I don't want to jump in there. I got the whole console out. Kevin's got to make a plate for the EC Masters box. And then Charmy should be here around 3. And he'll be here till he's got to take his son to school in the morning.
Rebushing the rear subframe, the rear diff. Gonna get rid of the Hicus gearing in the rear. Get this ready to go back in as soon as he's done with our tank. Start putting this thing together. And then the fun begins, getting all this to work in this car.
Trying to get the motor off so we can get the rack out, and then we can get the steering rack put in the subframe on the other setup so we can get the motor and transmission together. So that's done, and once that's done and out of the way, we can start getting the motor ready to get back in. So.
It was really awesome because I moved to Florida in 2011 by myself. I don't have family down here, it's just the friends I've made down the way, and it's like, it feels like a second family now from where I was, and that makes it special. Like for instance, like Phoenix and I go way back. When he first came to Florida, I was working at a shop, and he was having a hard time finding work, and I hired him and gave him a shot. And he's obviously his work ethic, his attention to detail, and his mindset has brought him to where he's at right now. So like just being able to be working back next to him and seeing his kids and family, and obviously all the guys here that I've built relationships with, it was really kind of special for me.
We had enough parts. We had a wall of fittings, lines, everything that we would needed. I mean, we thought we had it all pre-built, and the second that we pulled it in and started tearing it down, it was like, all right, we're ahead of schedule. This thing's coming apart real fast. Let's get ready to start laying everything out and how it needs to go together, and then slap in the face.
If it doesn't fit, you know which one will work? The Proform.
What the F? No. Is this clockable?
Right before we went to go get the motor in, we threw in the steering rack and we noticed that the Hikis from the original car's steering rack was too high and the starter wouldn't fit. And I'll give myself enough credit for the fact that I was like, you know what, let's throw in the starter now, just to make sure it lines up with the flywheel, all that stuff. And goddamn, if we didn't do that, we wouldn't have made a 53 hour. I mean, it was insanity. Trying to find an S14, S15 steering rack at 11 o'clock at night on a Wednesday, and we got to be steering this thing on Friday. Hey, you know anybody who's got a S14, S15 that is like a part out car?
National has it. It's in the car. He'll take it out in the morning. Yeah, listen, Andy's hooking me up with this. Yeah, send it. We want it.
One of K-Fab's buddies found it through a mutual friend of ours, Larry from Drag International, and he was like, yo, I'm on board. Like, you know, I'll tear it out of my race car. And I was like, wow, I fucking love you. Thank you so much, man. So had it in, had everything done. I took a nap between 11:30 and 1. I woke up and goddamn, the whole fucking front suspension was done.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy. Close your eyes to the madness.
Oh shit, Shannon. We're gonna see this thing happening here in a minute.
I'm excited. Well, motor's going in, hopefully.
Every light is gonna guide you.
I swear to God, 28 inches is right here.
And it's 28 more?
Yeah, that's 28 inches all put together. Yeah. Shannon, 28 inches is where the height of this.
That's
right
way
there.
over the roof.
Yeah. Jeez, let's stand back from the side. It ain't a blow without a belt.
I gotta finish the time.
God.
Oh my God. Christian, get out here, bro. Oh my God. We're moving along. We still got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
No idea how much time we have left. I think we're 19 hours in, maybe. Maybe. Good with the progress so far. I think we had some hiccups last night. We got them worked out, and I don't know. I think we're gonna make it. I'm hoping by the end of the day today we'll at least hear the motor turn over. We had some steering rack issues that we had to find a steering rack for a super rare JDM car. I mean, now they're not as rare as they used to be, but we have somebody pulling it off of his car just to let us use it. What else we got? Dipstick. We we got to make, all the fuel lines. We have some electrical work we got to finish up, but up to the firewall, we're done. I'd say probably another 200 hours left between everybody. We should be knocked out. Bobby looks like he's losing his mind.
Bobby, all right?
I guess he's not.
Yeah, we're not.
He looks like it.
Hello? All right.
Let me ask you this, do you want to do a tie bar, or do we just take a piece of like 3/8 round bar and just put a straight piece of round bar?
Then I think we're going to have to even eyeball that. I think it's going to be too much. And then one goes here, and then the other one, I think it's going to be too much. And then getting them dead centered, so they're not offset from each other. And just doing one thing.
I love doing this kind of stuff. You know, the 48-hour limit was, I thought, a little stressful, but looking at the car, looking at my team, knowing we got Shannon in the back, we can do this. I mean, if everybody pulls together, does their thing, it goes. I mean, I've had plenty of overnighters and two-day events in the past, but not to this level.
Just the little stuff, getting everything buttoned up. Obviously the bulk of the work has been done. Subframe came out, old motor came out, everything got reinstalled, and now it's just all the little stuff. Right now we're taking care of all the AC lines, all the power steering lines.
What transmission
got
you
the
were back unit with.
Turbo 400. Got the radiator was modified. This is a 65 Mustang radiator that we modified to fit this application. Got the swirl pod going. Just all the little details to make it run the way it's supposed to run.
Trying to see if we can get the old catch can to work so we can kill some time and not have to make another one because I know Kevin's hungry and doesn't really want to work anymore.
Hi. But I don't want to work anymore.
We're all beat, tired. Nobody's gone down.
.attachment.
Thank you for the gift.
Thanks for the gift. That's been for the last, what, 32 hours. We're getting close. I think we got about an hour and a half left of wiring. Fabrication on an O2 bung. Everything drivetrain wise, other than the drive shafts in, we just gotta touch up the bottom, make sure everything's good on there. Any loose wires on the harness, anything like that, need to be buttoned up. I think somebody needs to go down for a nap soon, so we just need to make sure we stay on it, but we could potentially have it close to at least turning over in the next couple hours. So we might hit the 34 for 34, but slim chance. Tuning won't be here till tomorrow morning, so we definitely have to wait till tomorrow morning to fire it up anyway, but maybe we'll be able to get some sleep today. getting close.
JD1204.
We're excited.
How
many hours?
Fucking hell. 2 hours and 57 minutes. 2 hours and 56 till the burnout. Oh, you got a cuticle cutter? We've had catastrophic failures with sleep. We got the wiring wired up in the car. We put back together. Now we got to start putting the interior back in, trunks on. Oh man, neighborhood fathers and my dad and my stepdad. You know, we really getting into cars at a young age with the group of people that we had around us was like, it was just inevitable. We just had a really good, you know, aura of people around us when we were kids, you know, that were into it, you know, from motorcycle riding to four-wheelers, Jimmy Craven, I mean, it was Mr. Craven. It was a good way to grow up, and it was amazing to be around. And then we had family push. My mom, she was all into cars, and you know, kind of just fucked shit up when I was younger, and kind of learned how to fix it. You know, we had to make do with what we had, and then all my friends from high school that just used to tinker with shit all day. I mean, it all started in my mom's driveway, and never lost sight, you know? Powder coat here, wheels and tires. Yeah! Come on! Oh boy. Oh my God. Dude, you put a new sticker on it? Yo! Yo!
Let me touch that. Oh my God. That's legit.
Yo, Bobby! Okay, mechanicals, tenemos oil pressure, so we're good. Hey, look who shows up! Who shows up? Flies in from Cambodia just to do this. What's up, guys? This is Edgar, DSM Lights. He's our in-house tuner that we have fell in love with over the years. He's the only one. He's the only one I trust on the keyboard. So we finally got him to take the day off for this, and I'm sure he's pretty excited about it, especially laying down on the floor like he is. He's a family friend. He's a good dude, and we're really happy to work with him. Then we run into a little bit of an electrical problem.
Dave, where's the water guy? You repinned it, right? You have to repin the crank sensor? Yeah. We gotta make sure it's not pinned to a 24X.
Fucking wiring guy. I feel bad for Sean because it's probably something so simple, but we'll get it worked out. You're not worried about it. I mean, we heard it pop, so we know it's there. We just need to get it to turn over. Now these firing orders, right? I don't want to go to bed, like very badly. But we'll get it done and we'll go from there. That's where we got down to the wire. We thought we'd have enough time to get it tuned and cleaned up to make the burnout by 12 o'clock, but you know, things happen. You get down to the wire and you know, another problem persists, and it's, you know what it is, it's all about never giving up, man. You know, we could have thrown in the towel and be like, we didn't do the 48. Nah, fuck that, we're not that type of people.
I don't even know this is from.
Okay. It's for an LS1 main Terminator.
What the fuck? That is why. That is why. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Holley developed this crazy 4500 EFI setup that we knew would work, but it's never been done before because it's not typically used for an LS. So we had no crank pickup, we had no coil pickup, we had no cam crank, so we had to basically merge two harnesses together to make this all basically come together. And it was difficult.
Simple fix, hopefully. 24X wiring instead of 58X on the wiring harness diagram that we had. So hopefully all we gotta do is flip 2014 and 18, I think, on the wiring diagram with a pinout. Because we have signal, but we're getting a 5 volt. We need a 5 volt and it's at a 12 volt. So it immediately scans out. Good, Sean?
Wait a minute, something ain't fucking right. Hey, Sean.
Yeah?
Get your ass under here. What the fuck is this?
So this one.
This has continuity, and this is laid out the same. There's black on the second pin in. There's black on the second pin in. Black is on the end of this pin.
Sean and Edgar got together, and Bob, and continuity checking wires and trying to find out what's going on here. Then I made a mistake and flipped the coil pack wires the other way because we had them odd and even on the back side. So we flipped them, got it done.
What did you say, Bob?
This whole bank is dead.
The what?
This whole bank is dead.
Okay. Why don't we, so we're only on 4 cylinders.
Later on, we found out that the coil pack was backwards, why we only had 4 banks. I'm in a 1 bank running. So Bob noticed that, got that wrapped up and figured out.
I know.
You're gonna have to feather it.
Ready?
Keep it open.
We're good?
Hold it right there, don't bump it, just hold it, open.
Put the jumper on. Ready? Bobby's tightening them up now.
And Edgar pulled off the side of the road and in full-blown Opelika Miami traffic. Remote logs in.
Fucking A.
Did you shut it off?
Yeah, I shut it off. We had oil pressure.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, we got oil pressure. Oil pressure is good.
Some bitch, man. We made some noise, we made some music, and we made some hunts. And if you've never heard a supercharger blower setup like this hunt, if you're a car guy, I don't care if you're Japanese, I don't care if you're American, I don't care if you're, listen, you're a Porsche guy. You hear that supercharger hunt coming at you, it is the most unbelievable sound. And that's when everybody just flew the coop, man. I mean, it was like, we did it, we're done. That was what we wanted at the 48. We didn't make the 48, but we never gave up. We saw it through. We finished just over 53 hours.
I've been doing this a long time, and this was probably the smoothest, craziest build I've ever been a part of.
And once that 48th hour came around, and we were trying to start it, troubleshooting, we were so close. And because we were so close, but we couldn't just give up then.
That reaction out here was the same of when it first fired up in here. I mean, if you go back in the footage, like it was like fired up, I'm like dry humping the side of the car, I'm so happy. You know, it was just like, I knew that once we heard it running and idling and revving, it was game over. I knew everything else would have been fine.
I guess all the valve covers fell off the wall. That's like 10 grand. Fuck.
I don't know how much shit fell. I don't have ears. I blew my eardrums, I think.
Well, we didn't do it in 48, but we fucking did it. That's for damn sure. Thank you, everybody. Sean, the team, Edgar, family, friends for letting us do it. Let's get this thing together and do a motherfucking burnout.
You know, I can remember, you know what I used to love is Junkyard Wars. That shit was epic as fuck. That's the shit that got me to where it's like, yo, why don't we just challenge ourselves? Let's make something different, and let's do it in a timeline that's impossible. The text messages that I got from people, like I was glued the whole time. And even after the 48, nobody gave up and was like, holy shit, they're gonna fucking do this. And then they heard the supercharger hunt and it was game over. They were jumping in their seats and I was dying laughing, reading the text messages, and I was like, that's cool, man. Nobody's challenging themselves anymore. People can do things, and you have SEMA builds and you have these crazy ideas and this and that, and you got months to plan and prep, but you take the time to figure out what people want to see you fail at. We did it, and that's what I think the car community needs, is more challenges. And yeah, you can build a burnout car, but you can take 2 years to do it. And yeah, you can do a backyard RB swap, and luckily we have funds put together to be able to do things like this. But it takes time to get to where we're at, and I want everybody to be able to challenge themselves. So at the end of the day, I think that's what this car community is lacking. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to do scumbag shit with scumbag people that fuck shit up and have fun and do what we love to do and just keep it a fucking hobby. Always have that mentality, but challenge ourselves. And I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of the communities are lacking, car communities are lacking. This is a fucking 10-week build for 2 people. You know what I mean? But shove enough of the baddest motherfuckers you can find in the room, and that's what you get.
Your tire's off on that side.
We're out of gas. The tire came off?
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah.
Yes! Holy shit.
Holy fuck.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I forgot those damn earmuffs again. Oh my god, that hurt.
Oh my god, that was so loud. How bad's the tire off?
It's off.
Can we drag it in?
Oh, no, we're on the rim.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about rayando.
Está un poquito rayado, lo va a rayar más si lo mueve.
Wrong tire, but we did.
I've never worked with a guy like him at this level, and it's awesome. Like I said, that day we met at the gas station right across the street, best thing that happened to me in a long time. I'm happy to be here. It's fun. It's been fun my whole life, and it's still fun. So here I am, and probably not going anywhere. I think I found home, so we're good.
It was an amazing experience, you know, to be able to do this and to have the cameras rolling and to showcase us building it in 48 hours. Like, it was definitely crazy. And I would do it again. I would do it again 1,000 times, you know. If it was like this every single time, I would do it again.
Who does that? Like, a bunch of dysfunctional people with sleeping, you know, problems. We're able to get this done, so I just think it was cool. You know what I mean? It's special. It brought together a good group of people. You know, everyone, you know, all came together, and you know, it made it special because of that.
I mean, I want to do this forever, and it's everybody's dream to do it. It's just the guys that can get out there and want to make it happen and figure out ways to be able to fund it and pay for it, and you know, do it on a day-to-day basis. And that's kind of what I want my guys to do, and that's the dream team that I put together, to be able to do shit like this for the next 10, 15, 20 years. I mean, I'm not going to be around forever, but I would love to see the name go on, you know?